what allows for us to really have the success in certain situations is our creativity and thinking outside of the box.
I got a very special guest in the building, man. I got my brother Ian Jackson in the building, man. Founder and CEO of Ordinary Odds, man. Don't bet against us.
And I'm glad to be featured and have a chance to chop it up with y'all boys. I started to see that I really did love entrepreneurship. I love fashion. I love culture. Double O, Ordinary Odds, we're going to stand for creative entrepreneurship.
Bro, so y'all really used to be off that Forex in college? Bruh.
I was touching 50 packs on a week. Like,
what?
No cap, I'll show you the receipts out
there. Consistently.
Well, there's some rooms that, I can get in just because of what I've done, but there's some rooms that I can't get in because I don't got that degree. The infrastructure that Morehouse has built now has really been the biggest help for me. If you're a creative entrepreneur, if you connect with that space, then I think naturally you'll connect with me, you'll connect with Ordinary Odds. And if there's ways that we can support you, please let us know, get in contact, and let's work.
What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy HD, and we are live back on the Life in HD podcast. As always, I got my brother, the development doctor, in the building, man. What's going on, baby boy?
Man, I'm chilling, brother. It's an amazing day. You know what I'm saying? We wake up, we feeling good. I'm feeling this feels like home, man.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And I got a very special guest in the building, man. I got my brother Ian Jackson in the building, man. Founder and CEO of Ordinary Odds, man. Don't bet against us, dog. What's up, baby?
Us, man. How y'all feeling, man?
Blessed, dog. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm blessed and grateful to be here, man. Like Justin said, it feels like home, and it's been a long time coming, man. I'm glad to be featured and have a chance to chop it up with y'all boys.
Yes, Lord, man. I appreciate you for coming on, man. It's actually way long overdue, bro. But we gonna jump right into it, man. It's my brother from the boot, man. New Orleans finest, bro. We just can't stop making greatness around here. You know what I'm saying?
No cap.
So from New Orleans, relocated to Nashville, and of course, man, my Morehouse brother, Doug. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's where we first met and been locked in ever since. Literally since our freshman year at Morehouse.
11 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Time flies.
That's what I'm like. What?
It's been 11 already, man. I remember just those freshman year moments. And really growing up around you all and with you all, experiencing so much.
Yeah, from Morehouse to boardrooms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To ownership, entrepreneurship, man. Tell us a little bit about, yourself and the journey, bro. Like, let's chop it up. Let's
Absolutely.
get into it.
So I would say it all started really at Morehouse. Being there and being exposed to so many different types of, Black people and Black men really pursuing excellence and having so many different gifts and talents. It made me just like look within and say, okay, what are you really gonna do? And like what can you bring to this world? And that was a lot of conversations with my mom and just peers, but I started to see that I really did love entrepreneurship. I love fashion. I love culture. And so really taking time to cultivate what that really looks like in me and what I can, bring to this world was really the start, man. And so, that became Ordinary Odds, and it's blossomed into a couple other things. But all in all, I think really the beginning was being at Morehouse and really just being inspired by the excellence that was around us daily.
What made you go to Morehouse?
Shoot, really wanting to be a part of the majority, man. I went to a predominantly white private school. And so, uniforms all the way up until my senior year where I transferred. But I was the only Black dude in my class, my graduating class. And having to explain yourself and try to fit in and being just kind of pushed to the side, you get tired of it. And so I remember NSO, where they let you come out and really walk the campus as a high school senior and see what life is like as a college student. It changed my mind. Like, I went back to high school, and I was through. Like, I was ready.
Knew that you wanted to go to Morehouse.
Yeah, I was ready to go to college. I almost went to Howard. I took my senior picks in Howard gear.
Jeez.
Facts.
That's another great school too. But you already know, man, we got the best homecoming.
Yeah,
And we just #1, period. You know what I'm
we
saying?
produced the best, man.
Y'all know what time it is. You feel me?
Absolutely. So I went out there that summer before freshman year, did a program on campus, and really fell in love with the school and met a lot of my lifelong friends even before freshman year started.
Facts. Nah, that's real talk. So I heard you mention a little bit. I already know the story, but
Yeah.
for our viewers out there, like, what's the story behind Ordinary Eyes and how did that come about?
Absolutely. So, Ordinary Odds is a lifestyle and apparel brand designed to normalize creative entrepreneurship. And so it started with me really looking within to find out what I'm passionate about: creative entrepreneurship, fashion, culture, and telling stories that our people resonate with. And so I actually stepped away from school for a little bit and was getting these thoughts together. My mom encouraged me to start a business around my passions. So I was like, all right, cool. I came up with Ordinary Odds, made the logo. Said, Mom, I need some money to start this. She said, get a job. So that sophomore year when I dropped out, I got a job at McDonald's. I was working like 70, 80 hours a week.
What?
Yeah.
Which was in the backpack, huh?
Nah,
You
they had me
dropping
at the
fries?
window.
Drive-through?
Yeah, drive through, cleaning the lobby, cash register. But it really instilled a lot of discipline in me. It made me realize, like, yo, you're putting in this work to start this. And I think that's why I still go so hard from it, just because I remember, like, the money that I had to come up with just to make my first shirts. And so all in all, I went back to school, dropped the brand. People were loving it. You all were supporting me. A lot of my classmates and friends were supporting me. And over time, we've just really stepped into the position of being a symbol of creative entrepreneurship. A lot of our classmates are super talented, super gifted, but they may not have the same resource. They may not have resources or at that time or have the vision to really follow through on it. And there's nothing against corporate America, but some people chose that route even though they knew down and deep within that they didn't want to go that way. So I'm like, all right, Double O, Ordinary Odds, we're going to stand for creative entrepreneurship. And then also we're going to provide paid opportunities as we continue to grow and scale. So as we have different photo shoots or campaigns or product drops or events, we're hiring local talent to help us build it out. So within every campaign, we may hire 5 to 10 local creative entrepreneurs so that they can put money in their pocket.
Yeah, that's dope.
The shares,
Creating opportunities.
Yeah, man, shares don't pay the bills. Mentions and tags, that's not gonna pay your rent.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, they need money, and I understand that feeling. So I'm like, all right, let's pay these DJs, let's pay these models, these designers, these photographers.
Another thing too that I noticed about your brand and you as I guess like a creative and what you doing with the business, you are very great with collabs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Collaboration over competition is very important. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And then not only that, but the activations that you put along with the collaborations make a lot of sense. Like, what sneaker brand doing a event at a
Donut
shop?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
was dope, man.
That
I
was
appreciate y'all for pulling up.
That was a
to it.
very dope event. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's very creative. You know what I'm saying? You had a whole like drop behind it and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very dope. Like, what else could you give to the viewers and the people? Maybe there's somebody that's out there that want to be like a designer like yourself for a fashion brand. What else could you give them to let them know about collabing and almost like copying? You know what I'm saying?
I would say a big part with my reason behind the collaboration is not seeing it as optional, it's a necessity. So that's the first thing. And you're not going to be, you got to have humility to know that you can't do it all yourself.
Right.
And so a lot of the times customers and supporters have come from referrals. You all wearing it and tagging a page. People will support just because they see you all doing it. And so on a higher level, the collaborations really, I think, began to pop off when I just started seeing other people who deserve to have their story told, but may not have had the vision behind how to actually do it. So even with like Sublime, Kamal Grant, He's the owner. Black guy, went out to Europe and went to culinary school, and all the donuts are gourmet and located right there in the center of Georgia Tech's campus. He's been there for 15 years.
I know he was black. Dang.
Yeah, so it's like those stories deserve to be told. People love the donuts. People shop there all the time. We were going there in college, but folks won't understand his story and what it took to really bring that to life. They just see the iceberg when it comes out of the water. They don't see what's underneath. So as I continue to tell my story, I want to tell others as well.
That's very dope. And it's also very important, like you said, with homie, with the donut shop. It's like, you might not know the backstory about it, but the brand stands so strong by itself to where it's like, you're going to constantly go pull up there and shop, you know what I'm saying? And that literally works with any industry across the board, you know what I'm saying? Fashion, construction, real estate, whatever industry you're in, that can apply to that. Like, your brand will stand out for itself. Like, you don't have to pull up. JM Lee Construction, Justin doesn't have to pull up to every job site.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've built the team, we got the infrastructure, you know what I'm saying? Other people will pull up, take care of the business, stand on the business, and get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very important.
I would also say, like, another part of the collaborations is creating that immersive experience with our supporters. A lot of the brands, it's just transactional. You go online or you pull up and shop with them, and that's it. But we really want to show our appreciation to the people that are helping us grow. Thanks. So by giving them chances to come out and catch a vibe, grab a drink, shop with us, network with other people in the city, and really just be a part of something bigger than just
yourself.
Yeah, yourself. Is like, I think those make the moments, like, it makes everything a lot more special, and it brings them closer to the brand and vice versa.
I'm trying to remember, bro. When I remember you coming on campus, bro, you was LLC president, right?
Yeah.
Or freshman class too, right?
Yeah. Nah, sophomore class.
Sophomore class,
Yeah.
you had LLC. You came off with the ground running, bro. So what made you be like, I'm going to just duck off, like, and say I'm going to leave school for a minute?
Facts. I mean, being completely honest.
Wait, even before that, because he was running the brand while we was at school. So how did you juggle, like, running the brand, starting up the brand, and then ultimately being like, you know what, I'm going to go in.
Facts. Pivot.
Yeah, and bet on myself. You know what I'm saying?
So, I've dropped out a few times.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, so the first time was really, like, focused. Like, I was all over the place. I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet. I was originally looking to go into, like, investment banking. I'm a finance major. So I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Let me step away. That's when Ordinary Eyes came to be. The second time around, it was really a juggle between entrepreneurship and school. And I think it's, even a bigger kudos to you all for being able to have that balance and get both done at the same time. But for me, I couldn't do it.
So, like, what was it? Because I know y'all had the brand, and y'all was doing like the Forex stuff, like
trade house, marketing,
concerts,
low cap,
arenas,
low cap. So I really got to the point when I was traveling so much, like it was infamous for me to pull up to my classes on Monday with my suitcase, just because I'm catching the first flight out from Jamaica or Europe or LA.
Bro, so y'all really used to be busting their ass off that Forex shit in college?
Going crazy, bro. Going crazy. It's
I could
all
never
documented.
I could never wrap my mind around it.
It was the culture,
like,
bro. Like,
bro, I was asking niggas to show me the fuck, like, just show me y'all bank account, show me the withdrawal.
Yeah, I never
show me something.
Have you seen? I've never seen.
Niggas was trying to get me to sign up. I'm like, bro,
I was touching 50 packs on a week. Like,
what?
No cap. I'll show you the receipts after
consistently.
It got to a point where that was like my peak. At one point, we was touching.
Was it because y'all had built it, like y'all built it up so much, or it was actually off the trades?
A lot of people had different strategies. Like, I know people who made more money trading than they did residually. I know people who made more residual than they did trading. I'll naturally say, like, I was a stronger marketer and builder than I was a trader. But I've definitely made tens of thousands of dollars in trading, like, in weeks before, and that's it hits different when it's off the phone. Too.
Yeah.
So we still got plenty of folks. I know people that come up
Is
to me
that
to
shit
this
still
day.
going?
Bro, I got people that come up to me to this day.
He said to this day.
To this day.
The forex shit still buzzing.
I was at church. I was at church and a girl came up to me and she was like, yo, I put my deposit, like my down payment on my crib off of trading. And this is like 3-4 years after I stepped away from it.
Yeah.
So seeing stuff like that, seeing people that don't have a job and are still trading on their own, and that's their income, that's what just gives me that further confirmation that like it was a skill that people was really like learning.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got plenty of people that didn't learn the skill or didn't have that level of success, and it's like, all right, it's unfortunate, but everybody who starts a business, who starts a clothing line, isn't going to touch a meal off of it. You feel me? So,
bro, that shit was just like that should just be crazy, like full circle type shit, like
yeah.
Now, the nigga Drewski had that made that,
bro.
that
It went viral.
Wait, what? Drewski
had made like a little video,
TikTok,
and it was literally the same shit. I'm like, bro, I remember this shit vividly while we was in college, bro.
And
like,
it started at Morehouse, bro. Like our organization touched 100,000 active people. So what I think about now,
across the world too.
Across the world, bro.
Didn't y'all sell out like the Dolphin Stadium or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. We did an event in the Dolphin Stadium. Like
With the baby.
15,000 Coil Array, all of them like sold out. So
that hard.
I would say the biggest thing that I think back on and take from that as I build Ordinary Odds is the culture and the community. People were really like ride or die the trade house and the trades and all of that. And I think that can be in any type of space.
Facts.
It's just a matter of everybody having the same vision and it being bigger than you and something that other folks can like really buy in and get behind. So, I think, we're seeing different waves of people come around and start whatever it may be. And if they have that intention with it, then I think it can be successful too.
Facts.
So how do you think when like a lot of entrepreneurs reach a peak? So it wasn't only Forex going on during that time. During that time, everybody kind of had money because stimulus checks, PPP, EIDL,
no cap.
Everybody was up like a 30 or a 40. Everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? But I think, when you touch a certain amount of money at such a fast pace and it wasn't really work for it, I think it hits a little differently. Yeah. So, I mean, how did you feel like, touching a 50 piece like every week? And like, did you value the money the same or was it just like rap money, trap money? Like, I'm going to blow it. I know I'm coming.
Getting it off the phone.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
It was a 50 next week.
No cap. So I would say it was a mix of both. I mean, I knew the time that I put in and the effort that I put into building myself to the level where I could start earning that income. But you can say, you've heard so many people, if I was making $25,000 a month for $10,000, this is what I would do. And then when you get it, it's like, shoot, it's a little different living it versus saying it. So I think the biggest blessing is having achieved certain financial levels at 22, at 25, where some folks are chasing that 40, 50, and then they get it, and it's like they lose their head. Like, yo, you got kids, a wife, all this stuff. You need to be chilling. Like, so me being able to just kind of go through that learning curve of, okay, that was a bad investment.
Maybe I shouldn't have spent 20 in that club.
Maybe I shouldn't have. Like, I enjoyed buying my mom a $10,000 go yard, but it's like, maybe I could have put that towards a house or, bought some investment properties or did this, that, and the third. So it's learning experiences. I've forgiven myself for the mistakes that I've made, but I've made a lot of good choices that have helped me become who I am today. So I would say it's a good mix. Like, I earned it, but at the same time too, I think when you don't have the right structure around you, as a youngin and doing that, like,
that's real money, bro.
Real money, bro.
I came out of where I was making 60 a year.
Facts. So
after
having
50K
months, like, it's different. But yeah, man, it's now I understand too. Like, yo, I already know what you're gonna do with it before it comes in. Have certain things allocated where you can't stumble or just make those same mistakes again.
So let me ask you this: now that you full circle, you've had it, experienced, lived it. Now
Yeah.
you're coming back to your grounds where you started at, back
Yeah.
at Morehouse. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
What if you come? Well, when you, because you're going to come across another 50K week, month, whatever.
Yeah.
How would you structure it differently now?
Facts. So I think even just having like financial advisors and CPAs, accountants, I was my own everything, and that was a horrible, horrible decision.
Horrible decision.
Yeah. So I think just having the business structure, where I'm not the only person who's knowing what's coming in or not, and has just input on.
It's power in proximity.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you are the people that you put around you. You know what I'm saying? Like our partner Mike, he be saying you got to audit your circle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the people that you having around you might not be the right people that's gonna help you grow to that next level.
Facts.
Sometimes you gotta leave them people behind. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody's supposed to be in the picture. You know, everybody can't come. Some people gotta be looking on the outside because guess what? They weren't there to put in that work with you, and they might have been there, but they might have been holding you back too at the same time. You know
Facts.
what I'm
I
saying?
experienced a lot of that, like helping folks out with rent or paying for this, that, and the third. And it's like them dudes, them girls, they don't text me happy birthday, Merry Christmas. I couldn't call on them for anything. Yeah. And it's like those moments sting, but they teach you as well. I think one other part is just the humility. I think at that stage in life, I thought I was, everything in a bag of chips. Like nobody could tell me anything. Yeah. So now knowing that like, there's people, what I'm making in a month, somebody's making in a day.
Yeah.
I'm making it same thing. I can make it in a year, somebody's making it in a day.
Yeah.
So just having that humility and knowing that like there's more out there, and then saving for a rainy day as well. I'm naturally a very optimistic person. I'm like, oh, it's up. Like I'm never going back down. But that's not realistic.
Real,
like
yeah.
you're gonna have slow
plan.
days, you're gonna have slow months. Shoot, you're gonna have slow years sometimes compared to the others. So just being a little bit more realistic, and I think just taking a slower approach to things is how I would do it different this time, and how I'm doing it right now. It's like we've talked about it off camera, like certain achievements that I've experienced, and it's like in the past I'm photo shoot up in front of it, putting it on the gram. It's like people still don't know certain things that we've been able to do, just because it's not meant for everybody to know.
Facts.
That's real, man. So we coming back full circle, bro. So you getting out of Morehouse next year?
May 2026.
So
yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
You out of
I'll
May
be there.
2026.
Hey,
I'm gonna be there with my alumni hat on. For
no,
you, brother.
facts. Pull
Yeah.
up. I'm gonna have mine as soon as I walk up the stage. I'm putting it on. A little
Yes,
straw
Lord.
hat.
Yeah, got to.
Got to.
So let me ask you this, bro. Why? Like you've already kind of you came in finance major.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've built the relationships because everybody knows Ian Jackson in our era on campus. Really from all the schools and probably across the world because y'all travel the world.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Like, what's the point? Like, why? Because, now you're coming back in, I guess they would say untraditionally because the age difference. Like, what's the goal of it? What's the purpose of it for you to come back and get the degree?
To build on that too, because, and we know why, but we
Yeah.
just asking because for perspective purposes. But to build on that, why, when, like he's saying, you already got those connections and relationships, but what else do you feel like you are going to achieve by going to school?
Facts. This is a good question from both of you all. I would say one thing is finishing what I started. It's a big part of this. I had, I think, 7 or 8 classes left. So it's like, gotta knock that out eventually. I think timing was a big thing as well. I've lived in a couple of different cities. At one point it was in LA, Nashville. So when I ended up back in Atlanta, the conversation started to increase of like, yo, have you thought about finishing? Would you? And shoot, I think being realistic with myself, I'm like, I can create my own schedule right now. It's not too much for me to do it. Let's go ahead and knock it out. Another part is, just being that example for my family. I'm the oldest of 3. My younger brother is back in school with me at Morehouse as well.
Oh, that's dope,
man. Yeah. So he's pushing it right now to see if he can, potentially walk across the stage with me. So it'd be Ethan Jackson, and the next thing would be Ian Jackson.
Me and Austin walk.
Yeah,
we 5 years apart, bro.
Facts. So it's just like the exact same thing. It'd be, just time, like the next version of it. So finishing what I started, being a good example for my family. And then I think one thing that I think this opportunity and me finishing will bring is it just adds to the story. I was talking to some students yesterday or a couple of days ago on campus and just telling them my story and really being able to be that mentor in a sense or just older brother for them when I felt like those are the people I needed on campus too. So there's a lot of things that are coming from me being back in school and being able to share my story and inspire student entrepreneurs who are at Morehouse right now and not leaving anything out on the table. There's some rooms that, I can get in just because of what I've done, but there's some rooms that I can't get in because I don't got that degree.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and act like that's not the case. It is. And so when you want to go to the table and eat, like I'm not leaving anything left up to anybody else. Like if there's something right there I can take, I'm going to take it. And the degree is one of those things that I'm about to get.
That's very smart.
That's dope, man. So tell me about how being in college now and the access you have has helped you with the shoes and the brand and the clothes. Because I know you got access to 10, 15,000 students at the AUC, bro. So has it helped?
It definitely has. And to be honest, the infrastructure that Morehouse has built now has really been the biggest help for me. Like I mentioned earlier, the juggle between entrepreneurship and school was something that I struggled with. But now, they have Morehouse Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center, which has been a huge help. It's pretty much like an incubator and year-long program where they're connecting students with entrepreneurs and VCs and banks, and they're taking us to.
That's the power of going to school.
Facts.
I just did the one.
That's what I want my viewers to understand.
Construction cohort.
Exactly, and imagine students being able to go through those cohorts, and they just flew me out to Afrotech and allowed me to meet with other people out there. They give us stipends that we can put back into our business. Plenty of things. So. They have entrepreneurship classes now at Morehouse. That wasn't a thing when I was initially in school.
Yeah. I'm cooking up coming on Dr. Lee.
Come on. They have entrepreneurship minors. Like that was not a thing when we were initially in school. And so
even the cinema and emerging the CTEMS major, like that's really what I would have done while I was there, but they didn't have it until it was senior year, and I was like, damn, I'm not about to go back again to get it.
Yeah, facts.
It was some more classes I would have had.
We were a little ahead of our time in certain instances. And I think, that's just life. But that's one thing I'm seeing that Morehouse really does have now that I've been able to leverage. Like, I'm at all of the events. I'm taking all the trips. I'm doing everything. And like, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I had my first billionaire wear the shoes. And it was somebody that I met through Morehouse.
That's dope, bro. I think I tell people all the time, like, college isn't really about the degree.
It's not about what you're learning in the classroom.
It's about the networking, the connections, and the perspective, and most importantly, the access. You know what I mean? So that's what Morehouse was for us. It was more so just the networking, the connections, the access. Because whether you go get a business degree from Morehouse or Georgia Tech, you're going to take the same accounting, the same econ, the same management classes, but the people you're sitting in those classrooms with and the people that you have access to from being a part of it is what kind of distinguishes it. So I tell people all the time, you don't go to school just to learn. Everybody say I can learn online. Or why am I going to learn from professors who don't do what they teach?
Yeah.
Which is a real perspective too.
100%.
But to me, it was always about the network. So a lot of things I've done in my life, from, organizations to Morehouse to go and get all these degrees and stuff, it was never about the classroom. It was about the networking. You know what I mean? So I'm super proud of you, bro, just for going back and doing that. Because we know it's a lot of work, bro. Morehouse is tough.
Yeah.
It's
not the easiest school.
It's not.
No, it is not. But it's not meant to be.
It's not.
Because once you know that, okay, this person has completed this, they've got into it. Morehouse is like our own fraternity, bro.
Facts.
So once you're in it, you're in it. Like Morehouse has made us literally, bro. It's always about the opportunity and network to expand and grow, because Morehouse to us was where we were able to connect with people, bro, and make literally several 8 figures. We got into construction, like, far as a licensure perspective, from one of our Morehouse brothers, our pro fights. we got the Amazon contract, like delivering those packages, those great vans. We didn't know. We thought Amazon owned those, but somebody owns and operates those vans.
Yep.
So
And that's what got us into logistics overall. Now we own several different logistics companies outside of Amazon. You know what I'm saying? We doing TikTok Shop, Shein. You got it popping. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you in Atlanta and you need some, you know,
holiday money, holiday 17. Shameless plug, man. But it's been like, you know, just those types of things that we've seen to help us grow, to get us like in the rooms, man. I think to your point, there are some rooms that you can get into from networking, then there are some rooms that you can't without certain credentials and degrees. And just being realistic, like in today's society, people want to see that you've actually started and finished something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell my mentees and my followers all the time, like, I hear college is not for everyone, but I think that college is a good pathway to easy success. So I teach people about the pathway in a sense. If you are broke, you don't have nowhere to stay, you need food, you need money, go to college. You got financial aid. Everybody's guaranteed financial aid, at least at first. Go there, earn a scholarship. Now you're getting money in your pocket. Now you can invest in your businesses, whatever you want. At the very least, just stay in school. You're going to get a guaranteed room and board.
Yeah.
Get a meal plan. And you just got to go to class.
Yeah.
Hey, and then guess what? After 4 years, if you haven't figured it out by then,
get another
just go
degree.
get another degree.
Facts.
And keep going. And stay on campus. And
You're going to eventually figure it out.
Right.
yeah. So, I mean, I think it's just that, you know, that is the key to it. But a lot of people lose faith or lose sight of it because of, you know, I've already done this, or, you know, it's beyond me to go back at, you know, our mid-20s to go back and get a degree with kids that are 20, 18, you know what I'm saying? Young guys. So I think, you know, that's very commendable, bro. And to see the brand, I think that's strategic too, because people talk about, oh, I don't have marketing money and stuff like that, but you on campus, you got access.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So with those events, homecoming, just being around different people.
Shit, every week they having market and Hunt Wednesday and all that kind of stuff.
Shoot, y'all see the place. So
Yeah.
student discounts on all of that stuff too. Like even with my homecoming vendor fee, I think if I wasn't a student, it would have been like $1,500, and mine was free as a student.
Damn, that's
so it's like
You can't
that's
lose.
a no-brainer.
no brainer, man. They add up, bro.
Yeah.
They add up.
Cool. So what you had? Go ahead.
I was gonna ask him, so like, what is the vision for Ordinary Eyes? Like, you have the shoes, you have the
Great question.
clothes. Like, are you trying to, like, what's the goal? Is it to be like an Off-White, like Virgil? Is it to be like Louis, Gucci, Prada? Like, what is your brand inspo? If you could say, I want to be like this designer or creative, well, who would it be and why?
Great question.
I think Virgil is that's one I would say, as well as there's a designer named Joe Fresh Goods. And so really the goal is for Ordinary Eyes to be a household apparel and lifestyle brand. We're leaning more into the footwear right now because we see that's an underrepresented space for Black designers. There's how many Black-owned shoe brands can you name out there? You know, how many shoe brands in general are telling stories that our people resonate with and really pouring back into the communities to help them grow. So as we continue to scale our apparel and our footwear, we want to vertically integrate not only the creative side and the creative house and have a full agency that is making commercials and doing these photo shoots and building out the craziest activations and collaborations with whoever it may be. Imagine a 00 in Maybach or 00 in Lamborghini collaboration or whatever it may be.
Speaking to existence.
Facts. So, or really, I want to do Mercedes-Benz. That's a collab I really want to do with Ordinary Odds. But as we build out that creative side, then also building out the manufacturing side. So us being able to make different footwear, because shoot, regardless of you got a jacket, shorts, pants, whatever, you're going to have some shoes on your feet.
That's correct.
So building a shoe right now that is the perfect intersection of comfort and style is a huge goal of ours. People often have to choose either On Clouds or Hoka's if they want something comfortable, but then when they want to get fly, they have to go Louboutin or Prada.
They're uncomfortable.
Facts. And they're not comfortable. You got to take your shoes off and you're ready to get home and take them off. So we want people to be able to wear our shoes all day and feel good in them, but also be flying them too and feel like it's a statement piece by them having them on their feet too. So That's really where we're headed right now.
Let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
If you approach like Kanye West was approached by Adidas and Nike, if Nike says, hey, Ian, we want to give you $1 million to come in, but we want 90% stake and we'll give you 10% royalty.
Yeah.
But we'll put you across every store, every place that we have. Would you do it?
So,
and why?
One thing I've learned is to, never close doors before they, open. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that we wouldn't have a conversation. But right now, at this moment, I'm building the brand. I'm pushing 00, and I'm all in with Ordinary Odds. And shoot, if there's people who want to have those conversations, then we can. We haven't gotten to the point of having those specific conversations, but I have begun to talk to different reps and execs at Adidas or New Balance, and even some of these other stores like Athlete's Foot and Nike, Jordan. I got a couple people there too. So we're talking. It hasn't gotten to that level yet, but we'll see what happens.
It'll get there, man.
Yeah.
So look, culture, community, and commerce. Describe each one in one word.
Culture to me is us. Like we do it so naturally. Like it's just who we are. Like what we put our hands on and what we say is cool or stylish, it becomes stylish for everybody. So if I would just say like culture, I would just say it's just us. What was the second one? Community. Support. We wouldn't be who we are without somebody else helping us get there. And I think when you can kind of step out of your own shoes and look around you and say like, what are the ways that I can help somebody else out that, shoot, sometimes are free. A repost, a like, a comment, just a referral. Those things don't hurt you. They don't take any money out of your pocket. And the way that you want to be treated, you have to be willing to do for somebody else. So when I think of community, I think about just literally just genuine support in whatever way it is. And then what was the last one?
Commerce.
I would say ever changing. Like commerce is switching up every day. You got TikTok shops, and then you got influencer marketing, and then you have, ads. So shoot, when I initially started, like I remember vividly walking up and down Brown Street with a trash can bag full of just clothes. It was folded and pressed and some stuff. But shoot, that was my way of commerce, like hand to hand.
Yeah.
And so for us, the next level is really stepping into those next avenues of getting the brand out there and making it a household name. So 2026 is going to be a big year for us for, seeing there's going to be some celebrities and athletes and artists that you'll see in the brand. Like we talked about, we got some big time movers and shakers in business that are loving the shoe and asking about it. And then really just positioning ourselves, even with some of the collaborations that we're planning there with companies that everybody knows across the country. So that's what's on the rise. So commerce, ever changing.
So for the upcoming designers that want to start their clothing lines and brands, give them a realistic perspective. Like, how much does it really cost from designing these images? Because you can draw it on a paper, but you then have to digitize it.
Yep.
Then there's minimum order quantities that have to go on and things like that. So how much do you think it really takes for me to, for example, want to drop my first drop of just a T-shirt?
I would say, shoot, if you can, I'm going to break it down. And if we go too deep, you let me know. But shoot, to design, typically people are using Photoshop. Shoot, $20 a month. I think if you have a student, if you're a student, you can get it for $10 a month. So now you got the design. A blank, you can go to several shops around here and get some blank T-shirts. So that might cost you $5 to $10. Shoot, printing it, $5 to $10 as well. Typically, let's just say $20. So all in for your first sample, you might be, let's say, at $50. Now, if you're able to go out and recreate that process and maybe do a bulk or a small order of 10 to 20 shirts, shoot, I would say realistically, you can get into the space with $500, with $1,000, I will say that usually you're just gonna have more trial and error than that. Like I did my first load off of my McDonald's paycheck, and the printer used the wrong color ink. So
you had
misprints, and
you still had to get them sold.
still had to get them off though. I'm like, all right, this is just. I had to act like this was what I wanted to do the whole time. It's not the product I wanted, but I would say $500 to $1,000 can get you in the game. But like we said, creative entrepreneurship. There's so many times, even still to this day, regardless if we have the money or not, what allows for us to really have the success in certain situations is our creativity and thinking outside of the box. So even if you are going to start that clothing line, you still need to be thinking, okay, how am I going to differentiate myself in a space that is becoming very, very crowded? Like clothing lines, people, it's a money grab. Like a lot of people will be like, all right, you trying to make some money? Start a clothing line.
Right.
Bro, Belly Gang Kush selling $100 t-shirts.
$100 tees,
white
man.
t-shirts.
So
wrapped up in
like a brick.
tape, like a brick.
Fact. So it's like everybody, it's a low cost to entry with the business, but just thinking that you're gonna make a t-shirt and sell out of it, it's not that simple. It needs to be something, whether it's the design, whether it's the story, whether it's you, that's going to differentiate the product from just what else is out there on the market already.
How important is it for somebody that's starting a brand to take their profits and put it right back into the brand?
Reinvestment is a huge, huge key to success, and something I didn't learn very early on. I don't think I was the worst with it, but just understanding like the longevity of what it can create by reinvesting correctly. It can really save you a lot of the times by putting that money into a new order before you go to the club, before you go buy some shoes or do this, that, and the third. And it can really allow for you to take those next steps in business. Like, shoot, you might only really have to sell half of your shirts to break even. And then the next is, profit. Go from 20 shirts to 40 shirts to 80 shirts, whatever it may be. Or even if it's not necessarily reinvesting into the specific product. One thing that I always do now is I'm reinvesting into the brand one way or another.
Yeah.
So even with just some profit that we made, I'm getting a rug now for when people are trying the shoes on at events. They have a rug where they can sit and try them on there. Also, the shoes aren't getting dirty if somebody doesn't buy them after they try them on.
Yeah.
We're reinvesting into better marketing and bringing on better team members. So it may not just be into the product, but holistically, as we're putting more money into the business to help it be better, then the product is better, and more importantly, the experience that the customer is getting is better across the board too.
Thanks. So let me ask you this: you are clearly an expert at growing communities, pulling together with other resources, entrepreneurs, and stuff like that. What I haven't heard you talk about or seen yet is mentorship. So in this space, as you know, mentorship has become more and more prevalent because it's almost like mentorship has become the alternative to collegiate experiences, scholastic endeavors. So I think, from your experience, we've known you 11 years. I think you've had Ordinary Eyes 9 or 10 of that 11. So you probably have a plethora of experience from vendors to pricing to, mistakes that you have made that probably have cost you time and money, like the printer doing this wrong, right? Have you thought about doing a mentorship to teach people how to grow their clothing brands? Because you got the experience from actually clothing to growing a community of 100,000 members across the world. Yeah. So what better person to learn from than you?
That's a great question. I feel like we're not doing it yet. It's a conversation that we're having as well. Though, one thing for sure though, I feel like I am mentoring people through my social media and Instagram. I've been putting out some reels more consistently that are talking about just life, spirituality, business, whatever it may be. So in a sense, that's my free mentorship to start off. And I think as it kind of builds up traction, that could be another route that we go to. But being honest, man, like for the longest, I don't think I understood the importance of having a mentor. And in this season that I'm currently in, that's what I'm surrounding myself with, are people who are better at the game than me. So there have been people who are literally saving me time, energy, and money by just a simple story or experience that they share with me and just giving me direction. But I do think it takes a certain level of humility to be willing to ask and really let people know that, yo, I don't have all this together. Even if from looking at my social media or seeing me, like, you put me on this pedestal. No, I'm not. I'm still right here. I'm trying to get there. And just being honest with people, they're always going to be willing to help when you come in with the right, like, just mentality about it. So something that I'm looking to do more of, but at the same time, like, I'm forever a student and I'm building out that circle of counsel that can really pour into me and give me advice that's going to be beneficial.
I love this, bro. We putting out so much game right now, so many
man.
gems, bro. Like, I also been on that same type journey that you talking about as far as like getting back into the fitness and just taking care of my health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bro, I was almost 200 pounds, bro.
Looking good now, though.
Yeah, man. I'm getting better every day. And I got to understand that life is a journey, you know what I'm saying? And we constantly are evolving and we supposed to change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And change is good, especially when you're doing it for the better and you being aware of what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you for that too, because like I said, I noticed you've been on your spiritual journey, you've been on your fitness journey, bro, and I commend you for that because, you know, it takes discipline. Like, and I know I don't post my workout gains to get like likes and comments and stuff like that. I do it because fuck, I look good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel good.
Proud
so
of that
like,
journey.
Yeah,
and
I'm putting in that work. You feel me? So that's what's up. I appreciate that, man. What else you want to get to people, man? Like,
shoot, yeah, we talked about a lot. I would say, of course, the ways that people can stay tapped in and support. Our Instagram is Ordinary Odds. Our website is ordinaryodds.com. Pretty much Ordinary Odds on all platforms. And shoot, less about the transaction. Yeah, if you like the shoes, you can go out and support. But more so just spreading the message and spreading the story about a brand that is committed to telling our stories and putting out high quality product. We still haven't had any returns, any exchanges or bad reviews. And we've been selling the shoes for almost over 2 years now. So I think the product speaks for itself, but then also people knowing who's behind it and where they're going is a big part. So I would say, yo, if you're a creative entrepreneur, and we were literally just talking about that, that could be being a developer, but also having 10 other things that you're doing and not putting yourself in a box. It could be a designer. It could be an influencer. It could be whatever. If you connect with that space, then I think naturally you'll connect with me. You'll connect with Ordinary Odds. And if there's ways that we can support you, please let us know. Get in contact and let's work.
what new drops y'all got coming out right now, man?
Facts. So, shoot, by the time this is out, we may have already dropped the sweatsuit. This is one of the hoodies. We have 2 different colorways with that. A very limited drop. This shoe right here.
Yeah, let's get into
the
it,
white
man.
one right here. It's a little dirty.
We all ordinary.
Yeah,
eyes
man.
up in here,
Everybody
You
got
know
some
what
gear
time it is.
on. So
Let's talk about the pieces that we got right here.
Yeah, so the one on closest to Justin is the Jerry. That was a part of a 2-way drop. It was the Tom and Jerry. So on the inside of the shoe, you'll see the Jerry.
Oh shit, that's hard.
Yeah, logo. And then the Tiffany is a collaborative shoe that we did with the tech brand or tech company called Envision U. And then this last shoe right here, this white and gray beige, that's our upcoming release in February. It's called the Pearl. So my mom's name is Pearly. So those are gonna be the 00 pearls.
Yeah, these hard.
It's a ode to her and the support that she's given me, you know, financially, emotionally, mentally. So I'm excited to further tell the story of that shoe, tell her story, tell my story through that product.
Facts.
So I'm excited for that drop, February 2026.
That's dope, man. You already know, bro. Every time you drop something, man, me and Jay Lee, we support
Bro,
every time.
I'll go on record in saying this. You all are some of the biggest supporters that we have from the get-go to even now. Nothing has changed. And that's why it's always been love. It'll always be love. And you know, I cherish and value these types of relationships. Even from back in college, man, I was coming over to y'all's crib with the family.
Yeah.
Family was cooking for me and feeding me, man. And you don't have those people that
Those
are
type
really
of genuine
relationships, bro. Like those are worth more than money can buy. So
the clothes are really comfortable too. Like
facts.
I be wearing them sweatpants through the airport all the time. They've been all over the world with me.
Facts.
You know
Everything cut and sewn. So I'm choosing the fabrics. I'm choosing the material that's used, the prints. I'm not going out and getting a shirt and then putting something on it. Even the front of y'all's shirt, it's a rubber applique.
Yep.
You can't just go anywhere and get that done. The drop shoulder, the pre-shrunk material, so it doesn't change in the size. So much attention to detail, and that's why I think it was an easy transition to shoes because we were already on that level with the shirts,
providing that quality.
So now it's just people once they put the shoes on, they realize, okay, this isn't. It feels good. This is a high quality shoe, and I'm excited for what's to come, man. So once again, appreciate you all for holding it down, allowing for me to tell my story and connect with the new audience. And hopefully, as we continue to scale, we can.
It's gonna get bigger and better.
Bring it bigger and better, and we're gonna bring more people along the way. This is potentially introducing us to more people where we can then hire more folks to help us tell stories about you all and tell stories about people that need their story told too.
Yeah, we gotta get the Property Bruhz double collab.
I was just about to say that.
Come on
it's
now.
gonna come soon, man.
Coming soon, man.
Real talk. I think, man, this probably one of my favorite episodes, bro, because it's so full circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just seeing it, hearing it, feeling it. You know what I mean? It just hit home for me, bro. Like I say all the time, I'm so proud of you, bro.
No, I appreciate
for going
it.
back, bro.
Yep.
Hey,
I can't wait.
May 2026, we shutting the city down, man.
Nah, for sure.
We are shutting the city down. It's gonna be a full circle moment then. And shoot, when you got people around you who have been there with you for a minute, and you have these highs and even lows in life, it makes it that much easier when you can lean on your brother. So I appreciate y'all, man.
Facts. And when you get to that part in your journey, every moment that happened prior to that, along that journey, is what's really gonna fulfill that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know personally for me, hopping across the stage was amazing. And it was a blessing because, like he said, this is something that my family can now cherish and hold on to. My grandmother was so excited for me to graduate, even though we were already doing what we was doing with the real estate and everything like that. We were gonna be successful regardless, but it's just achieving that goal, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's really important is the journey.
Yeah.
The journey. You know what I'm saying? Appreciating the journey.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So excited for what's to come and vice versa, man. Y'all are killing it. This is just a testament to you all's just tenacity and creativity as well. So when I think of Ordinary Odds, think of me, I think of others, but for sure I think of you all. And like we always say, man, don't bet against us.
Yes,
and that's
Lord.
how y'all been moving from the jump.
Yes, Lord. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy HD, and we're signing off with another episode. Like I say always, man, they come and sit on this podcast, they come and sit on this channel. They're going to drop some real gems, give y'all some real game and insight, and we're going to do it like this, man. Dreams don't work unless you do, and you bet not bet against us. You heard me? We're going to catch y'all next time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this to somebody that need this game, man. We out. Let's go.
Yeah.